Alright, welcome back guys. We're finally getting into the R32. Coilovers came in. I'm so hyped so we can finally slam this thing. First things first on a couple of stuff that we need to go over. So I know, ooh, it's actually warm in here, wow. So Jimmy was always battling like the loose steering wheel coming off and he always had to tighten this on. But I was like, let's just switch over to a new hub and steering wheel. Alright, here we go. Out with the old. And we just got ourselves another little cheap NRG one. Put that bad boy right here. Just like that. Sweet! Finally got the coilovers as well. So no more monster truck status. We're gonna be slamming that. Thankfully, I got some extra silvers, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna put all silvers. Thankfully, I was able to find some BC coilovers. They're a little used, but used is better than anything right now because everything's on back order. So what I wanna go ahead and do is finally lower the Skyline. This is almost pretty much all back together. I'm gonna roll this out. So first things first, let's get started. I also found some over fenders too, so I'm pretty hyped on that. Pretty cheap as well. And they're not just regular over fenders where it just comes right here. It literally comes all the way up top here, all the way here, and it goes all the way to the trim of the door. And it actually comes with another wide door as well for like 400 bucks. All right, let's take this bad boy out. So even though the car is actually kind of rusty, everything is actually pretty much there. So I'm kind of hyped on that. I mean, I'm not sure if this is OEM or somebody like undercoated. All right, now you guys can see. So, I mean, it does have its typical surface rust here and there, but everything is pretty much dirty as hell. That was probably from when Jimmy was dirt dropping. I mean, a little bit of the crack on the outer part of the subframe. Bushings over there, not too crazy. I know Jimmy went ahead and went over a lot of stuff, so this thing should be a very good drift car. I mean, it drives actually very well, surprisingly. And let's take out these nasty stock strut springs here. So these are the silvers that I had sitting for a while. Thankfully, I'm not going to be using them anytime soon, so might as well throw it on the R32. Ugh. Also, anti-seize will be your best friend. Definitely use this. That way you never have to worry about with your coilover being stuck. That is the worst when the collar just does not want to come loose, or even the bottom section does not want to come loose. So definitely grab yourself and use one of these. Down force and there we go. Woo. All right, that's out. Sweet. I'm sure you guys have seen a lot of coilovers installed, so I'm just gonna go ahead, quickly do all this. It's only 3 bolts on each side, so we'll finish up. I forgot I can't slam the car because we are going with a BN kit for it, and the BN's definitely, well, not BN, rep BN. So the BN rep, and they sit pretty low. So that's what I'm gonna have to factor in. We're gonna have to mess with the settings a little bit, and hopefully everything fits. Here we go, moment of truth. Well, this is at least for the rears. Let's see how it goes. And wow, I need to lower it a lot more. So that's probably like a good like 1.5 inches. But I mean, I did lower it. Now let's close this gap up a little bit. So if you guys are in drifting, 45, 225, 45, those are literally the cheapest tires that you can get. They're about like 40 bucks a piece, and yeah, you can't go wrong. So that's why I wanted to put this wheel here just to see how it looks. I mean, this is all gonna get cut and with the new over fender, so that doesn't worry me. And at the same time, since the Sylvia is finally done, well, somewhat done, at least the rear end, it's time to lower it. And I put the wheels on. Oh, actually, it doesn't look too bad. Wow, I'm surprised they actually fit in there. These ones are out. I don't even know what, I don't think these are OEM. These are London Bilsteiner. Those are the rears, but they're finally out. New ones are in, so this is the part that's kind of a pain, where you have to go ahead. As you can see, this is a bigger tire profile. These were the 18s. I'm just trying to mess around with different like settings, I guess you could say. All right, we got the fronts on. Let me put that fender. But first, let's go inside. See if it even turns on, actually. I haven't turned this thing on in months. go. And jury says, wow, turns right on. Oh yeah, I forgot that. I disconnected the whole exhaust from the mid section all the way back. So that's why it sounds like that. But surprisingly, it turned right on. All right. Let's see if it rolls. I'm gonna leave it on for a while since I haven't turned this thing on in forever. All this just for a photo. Surprisingly, these weds actually fit better on this car than the SSRs. I'm very surprised with it. All right, nice and snugged in here. This thing should turn right on. And it does. Okay, little RB. And as for this, we'll continue the restoration. As for now, like I said in the last video, I actually contacted the last owner, or he actually got in contact with me, and he pretty much did the whole front end section since he didn't have time to do the rear. And I did the whole rear, he did the whole front, so we're good. Also, as you can see, this is the secret. You just throw any wheels that you can, and yeah, hope that it works out. R32 definitely does look good with 17s. I feel like the 18s are way too big if you have an R32. 17s are actually okay on the S15, but I don't know. The rear, if you look at it from this angle right here, kind of looks very small in comparison to the front. The fronts do look good with 17s. I think they do need to run like a staggered setup, 17s up front, 18s in the rear, which I think I'm gonna be doing. As for the Skyline, 17s all the way around. Now, I gotta go head over to Jimmy, because he definitely wants his weds back. I think he's gonna throw them onto something, probably the S14, but that's pretty much it, guys. Only other thing I gotta wait on, cross our fingers. Just went to go look at a place to store all these vehicles, and a couple friends as well. And I'm really hoping we get this because it looks sick, it's brand new. So that's the only thing. Stay tuned, guys, for more content. Yeah, pretty soon, hopefully we're in our new place next time.